Hi and welcome to Illustrator. So as we begin learning about how to use Illustrator, our first step is to actually open up the program and take a look around. So when you first open up Illustrator, you might be like, hey, wait a second, what's going on here? Wait, there's nothing going on. It doesn't automatically create a document. In Illustrator, you actually have to go to File, New, to create a document to work on. And you'll see here there's lots of different information that you can change. You can change the size, you can change the orientation, right? You can change the number of artboards. So you can also change the color mode from CMYK to RGB. CMYK is for print, RGB is for the screen, and you can also change the number of PPI, which is the dots per inch. Right now, you don't need to worry about this, and you don't really need to worry about any of this. You just want to create a document, and you just say, okay. The artboard here is what you work on. Illustrator, unlike Photoshop, you can have multiple artboards that you can work on, and this is helpful, right? Because you can be creating multiple different artworks in one document. So let's first take a look around Illustrator. So you can see here we have a lot of options: file, edit, object type, select, effect, view, window, help. We also have a toolbar and panels. And this is our workspace. Now, if we go to window, workspace, we can set our workspace to different things. Painting, and you can see this changes the panels that we can view. Workspace, layout. And it's up to you which workspace you like working in. I personally kind of like typography. And you can also reset your workspace to be back to the original. And you can change how these panels are. You can pop them out and move them around. And this is very helpful for you when you're working. And so you go to Window, here are other panels that you can work with. And I'll be going over some of these with you as well. So this is the panels, this is your workspace, this is all your tools, and this is your actual document with the artboard. Now to zoom in and zoom out, you can use the magnifying glass here, zoom in, holding down Alt to change it to zoom out, or you can do Command plus, Command minus. Other one that's very helpful is the hand tool, which if you select this, you can move around your artboard, or if you're on another tool, you can hold down the space bar and this moves it around. All right, so now if you're familiar with Photoshop at all, some of these different tools here should be a little familiar. You see this little arrow right here? You can just change the view of your toolbar. So some of these should already be familiar, but I encourage you just to hover over them so you can have a little quick view of what they are. So if you go over any of these tools, you can see if you hover over it, you can get a little information about what that tool is. And you'll see some of these that have this little arrow right here. If you hold down of it, that means that there's other options. So you can hold down and get other options, or you can cycle through those options by clicking the Alt key. So there's tons of tools and tons of things to do, and we're going to start really slowly by going over some of the options. So right now, I just want you to familiarize yourself with setting up a new document, looking at some of these panels, moving some of these around, and looking at some of these tools here. All right, so remember, you can have multiple artboards and within one document, and the artboard is where you're going to be working on. So right now, set up a new document, take a look around, set up your workspace, and then we'll move on to step 2.